I am now creating weekly exclusive content for Patreon, so if you are interested in that, go check out the link down below. And of course, if you want to avoid the random lottery of FIFA points, you want to go straight to the source, buy the players directly, use u7buy.com and use the code TVM at checkout. What is going on, guys? TVM here. Welcome back to another video. This is a follow on, from the video I'm Out of Shape that I released a couple of days ago. Or I say out of shape, the thumbnail said I'm out of shape, and the actual video was called How I Went From Fit to Fat, which is basically true. Unfortunately, in that video, well, first off, before I start talking about that, thank you for the support on it, because when I uploaded it, I was a little bit nervous, because there are, even though I'm not like giving you, I am giving you facts, but I'm not showing you like pictures or anything. I was very concerned that I was going to get, you're not that quick, or well, I'm not anymore, but you weren't that quick, you weren't running these times, you're not really that heavy, you weren't really that heavy, and I was fully expecting all of that to come, and it didn't. So first and foremost, thank you for believing what I was saying, because unfortunately I can't go back and take, you know, and get records and pictures and go to websites and get records and things to show you these times and weights and all the rest of it, because the internet wasn't what it is now back then in 2003 to 2005. It just didn't, you know, the term Google, it didn't exist. Twitter wasn't a thing, and all the rest of it just didn't, social media just wasn't really a thing, right? YouTube had only just started. That's how long ago it was. So the records weren't kept on anything other than just a sheet of paper in an office of the stadium or in my head or whatever it may be, right? So unfortunately, I can't show you any of this, and there's no way for me to go back and show you a video of me competing, because again, phones didn't have video cameras on them. You couldn't, you know, unless you took your big bulky, you know, steady, whatever it is, I would say steady cam, but that's a newer thing as well, but you know what I mean? Unless you took your camcorder with you and actually recorded it onto a disc or whatever it may be, you're just not going to have the footage, right? And unfortunately, no one ever did. I think maybe, I might be able to dig something out somewhere, maybe. I don't know, we'll have to wait and see. Anyway, thank you for the support, the likes, the comments, the feedback in general has been fantastic. Like I said, I was a little bit nervous. People wouldn't believe what I was saying. Not that it really mattered, because I know it's true, so who cares, right? But also because I was just sat there, and like I am now, and there's FIFA on in the background, which means nothing to anyone, and I was just talking absolute nonsense. Like in my head, I can see it happening, and I've got the images and the pictures and the memory of it, right? But you don't. You're just going off what I'm telling you. So I can understand why that might have been a little bit boring, and I was blown away by the amount of people who liked it and wanted me to do more of that type of thing. So I'm here to sort of outlay my plans and to answer a few comments that that people have as well. So first thing, Tristan Davis says, sorry, had to look up that 400 meter record. Are you Tim Benjamin? I'm not Tim Benjamin. I've tried to look up the record myself, because the last time I saw it was when I was actually in the stadium, and I couldn't tell you when that was, so I don't know if that record still exists. I mean, that's not me making an excuse. Oh crap, people are now looking into it. Quick, making it. No, I don't care. You can look into it all you want. I can't find it. If you can, and whoever holds the stadium record for 400 meters, I don't think it was the actual, like, the top of the top stadium record. It was for my age range. He didn't actually say that on the tannoy, and it does explain it on the sheet, but unfortunately I haven't been there in so long that I don't know if that even exists, right? So basically you walk in, and I think as you walk in on the right hand side there was like a reception area, and then opposite that was like a trophy cabinet thing, and then next to it was a sheet with times and people who held records in that stadium. And I was on there for a certain age range, and when I was sat down, if you didn't watch the last video, by the way, you've got no idea what I'm talking about, so you need to go back and watch that video. Apparently it was entertaining, so there you go, take it from the people. But yeah, I was sat down after that race, and I had another race to go. I think I had 100 meters to run after that, which I didn't win, unfortunately. I can't remember where I came, but I know I didn't win it. I think we had a relay to do as well, actually. It was a night. Hated relays so much, because I was never really a fan of running the bend, and the back straight is the longest, which I don't mind doing, because I've got a bit of, or I had a bit of endurance on me. Like, I used to be a sprinter, but I also used to do 400 meters, right? So or at that point I hadn't really transitioned into it, but I kind of thought I could do it. But either way, I don't like running the bend, and I don't like running the back, and the start is the shortest part of it, and I don't like doing the start either. So it's just like running the last leg. Because you get a little bit more of a thrill, like this is it. I need to pull this out now, because if we're not winning when I get the baton, I need to make up the ground, right? And then of course you do get a little bit more of a, if you finish and you've won, in your head I've just won that race, even though it's a team thing. So there's a bit of an ego big-headedness thing about always running the last leg. And everyone in my year who was in my sort of running team, if you will, in that school, wanted to run the last leg, because they all want the glory of winning the race, which makes sense, right? So I never really got to run the last leg, because I never really was too outspoken about it, and I was used to be stuck with the second leg of it, which is obviously the longest and arguably the most important, but it just doesn't feel like it at the time. Anyway, that's irrelevant. So I sat there waiting for I was taking in some fluids, I was waiting for my next race to come up, and I had like an hour to wait. And then on the tannoy, the guy was like saying, and the winner was, and said my name, and then he said, and that's a new stadium record, and I was chuffed. And then went there a few weeks later to compete for my running club, not the school, and it was up on the sheet, and I was well chuffed with it. And I've seen it a few times. Like I said, I don't know if it's still there. If it is still there, or there are records that you can find, please try and send them to me. Link me the site or whatever it is you're using. He also goes on to ask, was it Cardiff Amateur Athletics Club? And I used to run for, the club doesn't exist anymore. I was running out of Cumbran, however you say it. It is actually Cumbran, but not a lot of people say that because that's the proper way to say it. Cumbran Harriers is the official club, but I didn't run for them. They asked me to a few times, but I ran it was like an individual, but out of Cumbran. It was a weird situation, but either way, that gets that out of the way. Now, a lot of people were asking me to carry on the whole fitness side of things, and I don't know if I've mentioned this. I've bought a GoPro that should be here in either tomorrow or the day after. Got a massive memory card to go in it, tripod, all that fancy stuff. It's the Hero 8 as well. Now, the reason I bought a GoPro, and a lot of people might be like, why have you bought a GoPro? What's the point? Just get a normal camera, use your phone. When I'm on the treadmill, I use my phone for the Nike running app, and I use it for music as well. So I can't really record myself while listening to music, tracking the run on the Nike running app, because how am I going to... It doesn't work, right? So I looked into certain cameras, and the GoPro just had everything, right? Because it works underwater, so I'm never going to do swimming, but it's there if I need it. It's good for filming sport. It's good for vlogging. It's robust, and I'm going to be, it's going to get knocked about a little bit, and you can wrap it around things. It's really small. It's just handy, right? And the Hero 8 looks really good. The audio quality's been cleaned up. The 4K recording, all that good stuff on it as well. So yeah, it just looks like a good camera, right? So I've picked one of them up, and that should be here soon. I've also, I had this, I don't know if I told you in the last video, but I've picked up a smartwatch as well, which tracks calories, distance, and steps, and all that good stuff. It helps me, maybe it was an unnecessary purchase, but since I've had it, I've been obsessed, and it's a good obsession, because I'm making sure that I'm standing up regularly. I'm getting, I don't actually get 10,000 steps in, which is still a bit of a pain in the ass and a bit of a hindrance on keeping fit, but I do try and burn as many calories as possible. I try and stay in a certain anabolic state to sort of burn calories and all that stuff. And I mean, I don't claim to know the ins and outs of every term within fitness, so anabolic state and all that stuff. I kind of know what it means, but if you ask me to describe it, it would be difficult. So don't ever come to me for advice in that sense, but I'm learning, I'm getting there. But yeah, I've got a watch to go with it as well. So yeah, I'm in the mood, I'm in the groove. So if these videos that I will post, and of course this one as well, gets likes and views and comments and interaction in general, then I am more than happy to continue doing it. And I've bought that GoPro with the intention of giving it a really good go, because FIFA is one of those things that, even though I enjoy doing it, I enjoy playing it, I like picking up different cards and reviewing them and doing a road to glory and the interaction that we get there. And it's not that I don't enjoy doing it, because I just said I do, but it's not... I still have a passion for it, and it's still my favorite game to play because, like, I'll just go back to it all the time. Football is my favorite sport. Athletics and running in general is second and always will be, and it's not even a close second. Football is the be-all and end-all as far as I'm concerned. But, and I'm not getting too old for it either. I think you can. I'm going to be playing FIFA until I'm in my 90s because I've decided I'm going to live that long, right? But I don't know. I feel like it might be time for a bit of a change, really. I don't know if it will be. But I was thinking about it yesterday. Like, I've been thinking about it for a while, like on and off for the last couple of years, to be fair. That I've been at YouTube now for like 7 years, maybe 6, like really consistently. 6 full time, actually. February the 14th, 2014 is when I went full time. And it's been hard, it's been difficult. There's been some, hairy moments where I thought, well, this is the end. But generally, I've managed to sort of keep trudging along and made a couple of decent investments here or there with a few things. And, I'm not like hard up for money or anything. Not that I'm swimming in it, but I'm not hard up. I'm not like going, oh God, I hope I can pay this bill this month. So I'm lucky in that sense. But I don't think I feel like I've hit a wall with FIFA. But I'm finding that going that extra 5,000 views, the extra 2,000 or 3,000 views, the extra 100 likes on a video is a lot harder with FIFA than I thought it ever would be. I'm progressing, but it's also unbelievably slow. And I don't know whether I've hit a ceiling, and I don't know if I'll ever be able to break it. Because the amount of effort that I put into making FIFA videos is unreal. It's not hard. It really isn't hard work. It's just time consuming. And I put a lot of time into it. I'm doing consistent 14-hour days. Through quarantine, I've done 4 videos a day. And each video takes hours and hours to make. It's not, like 6 p.m. content is the quickest video you can do. But even that takes an hour and a half, 2 hours to do, all in all. So it's not ideal, really. And I think I'm ready to try and do something new. That's not to say that I'm not going to buy FIFA 21 and I'm not going to do FIFA videos through FIFA 21. But what I would like to do now is to try and introduce some of this sort of fitness, not vlogs necessarily, but like the fitness content. And I live really close to a lot of things like football pitches, running tracks, and McDonald's. So what's that got to do with anything? So I can go to these places and film me doing things and do challenges like, can I do 100 push-ups a day for a week, and what are the results? Can I sprint 100 meters every day for a week? Can I improve my time on the 100 meters? Can you guys challenge me to do things, and not just with fitness but with food as well? Can we burn off 5,000 calories and then can we eat 5,000 and stuff like that? Like, I don't want to do that often because that will take its toll on me as I get older as well. It's going to be a lot harder to do. But with the fitness side of things, I want to get to a certain point before I start doing those type of food things. But I want to, with the fitness side of things, that's something I'd like to do. I know nothing about making videos regarding that. Can I just get a bit of gameplay, please, EA? I know nothing about making a fitness video, but I can try, and it's going to be building up from the beginning. But what I would like to do is, if they have enough interest and traction, is to build them up and maybe slowly phase them in as the main source of content on this channel and phase potentially FIFA out. I'm not saying completely. I wouldn't be against maybe just running a Road to Glory and that's it. Running a Road to Glory and then doing a fitness video in a day, and that's the content on the channel. We do a challenge video for fitness, or I went to the track and I tried this, I did this, you challenged me to do this, blah blah blah, and then the other video is just Road to Glory episode 27 or whatever. That, and then dropping player reviews. But then we can do player reviews within the Road to Glory. So there's like everything for FIFA is rolled into one video while trying to progress. It would save me so much money in FIFA points because that is a killer every year, and it's getting to the point now where I don't think I'm going to be able to afford to do it for FIFA 21. And, as sad as it is, it might hit the channel hard in terms of videos, because I'm not going to be able to review as many cards as I would normally like to. Like this account right here is stacked. You know why? Thousands of monies, thousands of pounds has been spent on it for FIFA points. And that's the only way that this account is where it is right now and all these players are on it, is because of that. Okay, grinding weekend league and all that stuff helps, sure, but it would be really good to be able to transition into something a little bit different, a new challenge, if you will. It's almost like moving job. You know, it's like getting a new job, but I can't just do it overnight. I've got to transition into it. So I think FIFA 21 will be there, and we'll still upload loads of FIFA content. And hey, this might never work. You know, that I might upload these videos, no one cares, and then we keep going on with FIFA. I'm not going to be sad about it necessarily, because like I said, I still enjoy FIFA. It's fine, but I would like a new challenge, and I think that's going to be the plan going forward. So just to give you some indication of the things I'd like to do, you know, it's the whole challenging myself to do things. So can I run a mile every day for a month? Can I run 5 miles every day for a month or for a week? Can I run 10 miles in one go without stopping? How fast can I do it? The whole plan is not going to be, can I get back to running 10.8 and 100 meters? I'm never going to be that quick again, because A, I'm a lot older now, and you know, sprinters at my age, they give up because their body's been under so much stress for the years, and you tend to get slower. My body hasn't been under the stress that their body has been, because they were training every day, but I'm never going to be back to that speed. But I'm okay with that. I don't need to be. I just want to test myself and see if I can still run 100 meters in a respectable time. Can I still do a 400 and all the rest of it, and 60 meters as well. I can't remember what my 60 metre time was. I ran in the Welsh Championships indoor in Uwick in Cardiff once. I finished 4th in the final. I can't remember what my time was. The guy who won, though, honestly, he was like Usain Bolt. He was 60 metres and he slowed down about 20 metres out. He was so quick. I can't remember his name. What was his name? I can't remember his name. I want to say... No, his surname was Bayliss? I can't remember what his surname was. Either way, that guy was unreal. But yeah, I mean, that's my best indoor finish, was 4th in Welsh Championships. I did 400 metres Welsh Championships as well, and I was winning. I was in the lead, and I had enough left, and we just come around the bend, or we were on the bend for the final bend, come around to the 100 metres, and I had a blister on the bottom of my foot, and it popped, minging, I know, as I went round the bend, and it scared the crap out of me because I forgot it was there, because it wasn't hurting, but it popped, and I just went down, and gone, out, done, game over. Oh, that was devastating, because I wasn't even in pain. I was just livid, absolutely livid. Had I won that, I would have gone to like the British championships, and had I done well in that was the gateway to, you know, Olympics and Commonwealth and all that stuff. There's absolutely no way I would have done well. Not the point. Wanted to be able to say I was in that competition, but yeah, I knew I had it in me. The guy who I'd beaten in that 400 in Leckworth was in that race, and he was the closest one to me, and at that point in 400 I was already ahead of him, and I knew that I had enough in me to do it. And as soon as I went to go and start to open up my stride for the final 100, pop down, and I was livid. I got straight back up again, but I was just... It was the point at that point. I didn't finish the race. I walked off at that point. I rage quit, basically. I just had enough. Few comments, and I will not address them, but I will look to incorporate that in the next video. Someone obviously who isn't from the UK, can I sort of translate stone and feet and inches and all that stuff into a more simplistic metric system, which is fine. More than happy to do that. I don't know like if metric system is kg or pounds, and I don't know if it's centimeters or, you know, whatever it may be, but I will put everything on whenever I mention like height or weight or whatever, I will put everything out, so it's obviously universal for everybody, if you will. Was there something else that I wanted to talk about? I mean, people are just saying, yeah, do it. I would love to see some more. And obviously, I want to do actual me showing you what I'm doing with regards to running. I track everything on the Nike running app. I track everything on my watch, and my treadmill itself tracks. And it's all, I can't believe how accurate the Nike running app and my watch is compared to the treadmill. So I turn the treadmill on, I turn the apps on all at the same time. My watch is running. And then at the end of it, like they all buzz at the same time to tell me that I've been doing the minutes, because obviously that's accurate. But then they all buzz within 3 seconds of each other to tell me that I've hit a mile, to tell me that I've hit 2 miles. And it's mad. How does a phone and how does a watch, when you're on a treadmill, I get it through GPS when you're outside running around, I get that. But how does it know that you've ran that distance when you're just on a treadmill? It blows my mind how that knows that. It's crazy. But anyway, I want to say thank you once more for the support on the first video. Hopefully this video gets a similar amount of love. And this is going to be a thing that I want to do quite regularly as well. Whatever it is in the background, whether it's me doing exercise, whether it's gameplay from FIFA, whatever, and me talking and answering comments, kind of like a life road to glory, if you will. Whether you want to ask me a question, whether you want to tell me something, I can read it out, we can talk about it. It's kind of like a Q&A or whatever it may be. Not every day, maybe once a week or something, just to touch base on it. That would be kind of cool, right? But this is just me saying thank you, and my plan going forward is to incorporate some fitness stuff. I think at the moment I'm aiming for maybe 2 a week, and if they get views and they get interaction and you guys like it and you want more, we'll start to ramp it up a little bit, and maybe we'll go sort of 70-30 with FIFA, and then if it goes even more, we'll go 50-50. I do like the idea though of fitness video, Road to Glory, and we run them on the channel together. I do really like that idea. But yeah, let me know what you think. If you have enjoyed this absolute rambling of nonsense, then do me a favor and hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. And until the next time, goodbye.
Football Index. The game changed. Download the app now.